Morning, good morning. We are back again. We are back. It's Tuesday, a very rainy Tuesday. It's that season of rain again. At some point, I couldn't understand why this different season, but I'll give you the answer to that. My name is the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe from TBR Solutions Sports Forum. We are doing the Sports Forum again this morning. There's quite a lot to discuss. There's quite a lot of football these days. Moreover, we are going to the World Cup. It's so exciting. We know that this is the year that is unusual. Normally, the World Cup playing during winter season in our country or in our shores, although in the other parts of the world, it plays, in summer because our winter is their summer. But with us, that time it's winter. But this time, because Qatar is very hot, on the basis of that, and then it was decided that let it play during the winter season up there, all right, so that the players can be able to survive the conditions of humidity and the scorching sun and stuff like that. Not only the players, the tourists, so that the tourists can go and see the country. Remember that World Cup, it's about campaigning and encouraging tourism. So that's very important. You need to bear that in mind. I was saying earlier on, I did not understand why different seasons, but as time goes on, after a little bit of research, now one understands very well. You see, God was a genius when he started to create the world to have these different seasons, because that's very, very important. Because look at this way, in summer, there's too many germs, too many things happening, insects, flies, and so on and so on. So as a result, they spread a lot of germs. But in winter, because it's cold, those insects dies, including the germs and so on. So in other words, the world is cleansing itself. And then spring is the season where summer is starting, and then people are starting now to plow, and then they come the harvest time. During the time of summer, people are watering, people are nurturing whatever that they have done, and then come harvest time, they harvest what they have planted. So that is the reason of different seasons. So we welcome the rain, especially this one. It's a very nice one. It does not have the lightning, because if there is lightning, there's too much problems in terms of affecting the internet and all sorts of things. So quite good. Yes, it's gonna happen. We know that here in our country, we have the big one, Carlin Black Label, coming this Saturday. But prior to that, we need to look. I've looked at what happened on Saturday in terms of the cup. So now, congratulations once again to Orlando Pirates for winning the cup, and which is an exciting news, because Pirates have done themselves very well. Because if you look at the history of BP Top 8, Kaizer Chiefs is the team that is leading as far as that is concerned, because Kaizer Chiefs has taken that trophy 15 times. So Pirates now have closed the gap, they've taken it 11 times. So, which is quite good. And then there is a whole lot of promise that Pirates will close the gap. And then, we see Pirates doing quite well. And then, after 2 3 years for a season drought, or 2 years season drought, and then Kaizer Chiefs 7 year drought. So let's hope Kaizer Chiefs will redeem itself. And then, so there's quite a lot to discuss about going forward. As far as this show is concerned. Now, the Carlin Black Label, as I've already indicated, that it's on our doorstep, Remember, this is a tournament which has been arranged while the teams are playing overseas, and then so that we keep our players fit. And then I think it was a very brilliant suggestion to come up with this tournament to keep our players fit. Not only that, also to keep the fans, because the fans are hungry for football. One another thing that I want to share with you is to look at the voting system. The voting system is so brilliant because it tells us who's the real brand, who's leading in the country. I know that we argue, we have our own arguments and say, no, Chiefs, Pirates, they lead. But when you look at the statistics according to the votes, Kaizer Chiefs are at number one with 490,376 votes, and then followed by Orlando Pirates with 354,472. So there is a difference of 100,000. And then thereafter followed Mamelodi Sundowns with 171,717. All right. And Amazulu, which is at number 4 with 144,829. Kaizer Chiefs is still leading in terms of the numbers. They're still the top team. But we'll see when we go in the field of play what's going to happen. But one doesn't rule out a team like Mamelodi Sundowns. They're catching up. They're catching up. They're doing well. Orlando Pirates is an old team, of course. They gave birth to Kaizer Chiefs. They gave birth to Jomo Cosmos. And then, they're at number 2. So maybe Pirates still have to catch up as far as that is concerned. Mamelodi Sundowns is coming. Amazulu, they've held their fort, irrespective of the fact that Amazulu have been having some difficulties in the past few years. And I must say, Sipho Zongo is doing a very good job. And one of the things that I'm so happy about him as a person, he's leading in the front. I see him drumming the support, and not only him. I've said it before. Tim Sugazi is one of those people dreaming the support of the players, showing the fans out there what should be done. Mam Kiza too, and then those are the exciting news. Now, we'll be watching this game on Saturday. I've seen this young man team in the middle of the park of Orlando Pirates, very exciting midfielder. And then not only that, Kaizer Chiefs, they have Mart. Mart is on form after scoring one of the brilliant goals. And I saw that not Lewandowski, Podolski. Still remember Podolski? He played for Bayern Munich, he played for Arsenal, and then now he's playing in Poland. He scored almost similar goal, although Podolski was from a different position, on the other side of it. And then whereas Martwal almost looking at the goal, and then a brilliant goal. So those goals, Podolski, Mart, and then I think they'll be competing for the Puskas. And then on our shores, I saw the brilliant goal scored by Saleh. Very brilliant goal. Very, very excellent goal. So I hope we'll see. Maybe we'll get more good goals this season, and then see whether this goal will be the goal of the season in our shores. So that's what is happening in our local football. But I've seen that the national squad have been selected. So I just want to give you, okay, let's see, the national squad have been selected. So let's see who have been selected in the national squad. Goalkeeper is Williams, who's doing well from Mamelodi Sundowns. Mota, who's also doing well at Amazon. I think Motwa is a very good goalkeeper. That goal, it was really difficult because I could see what happened. He wanted to close the far corner, but all of a sudden he decided that probably Salem will bring it to the nearest corner. That's why I killed him. When he started moving, only to find out Salem was taking it to the far corner. And Goss and Butelezi, those are the goalkeepers. And then in the defending people, we have what you call Mobi, Pete, Mudau, Ulu, Msani, Deruk, Mayela, Sibisi, Morena, and Mudiba. The midfielders we have Tim, the guy that I spoke about, Mtetwa, Bloom, Leroux, Saling, Mart, Mukwena, brilliant player Mukwena. Zwane, which is one from Mamelodi Sundowns, Kaizer Chiefs. I mean Mamelodi Sundowns at Tembisen. So Khota and Modi and Mayambela Shongwane. So those are the people who have been chosen in the middle of the park. So yeah, and then this is quite exciting. I got this information from one of our administrators for TBR Solutions Sports Forum. We have a TBR Sports Forum on Facebook. His name is Tabiso Silimatsila. Well done for the news that you shared with us, Tabiso. I really appreciate, And then, yeah, and then let's see in terms of the front players, we have Lepasa, Mayo, Foster, and Lake. All right. So those are the front players. So this is the squad that has been selected. And while we are still there, let me also indicate that we have heard the news that Liverpool is on sale, and then that's another story. But maybe it confirms what is happening in the world today. The world is facing financial difficulties, and then I remember when I read the book of Bhakti Fuller and then Dr. Fuller. He predicted, that was the book that was released posthumously in 1980. In his book, he predicted that the world is going to face energy crisis, and that's what we are seeing. We are seeing the energy crisis, and then he predicted also that technology is going to take over. Of course, technology has taken over now. It has also liberated so many people. Here we are now. We are able to do this thing. Unlike very few people can do the shows there. And then, yeah, so the choice is huge. People can choose where to go. So, yeah, the world is really, really changing rapidly. And then, as I was talking about Liverpool, and then I think that shows the harsh realities economically. And look also, Barcelona, they struggled, remember last year, it was difficult. They were at some point, they were declared bankrupt. It's just that it was not officially done. But the news were showing, or indication was showing that Barcelona they are bankrupt. All right. So those are some of the news that are happening around the world. So because you would have expected um, Liverpool to be doing well, because look at the past few seasons, they have been doing extremely well, and then they've won themselves the World Cup, which is quite good and exciting. And then, yeah, so I mean, not the World Cup, the Champions League. And then they've done very, very well in Liverpool, especially under the leadership of Jurgen Klopp. So you expected that, things would have been well. And then I also want to talk about Coach Rivero. Coach Rivero was quoted at Gold Magazine to be saying lot of people never believed in him. A lot of people gave him names, and then but he knew that he's a coach. And then he then said he decided not to focus on the negativity that was prevailing out there. Instead, he decided to focus on doing the job at hand. And guess what? He has done well. He has taken the trophy now for Orlando Pirates, and I'm sure the momentum is going to continue. So those are the exciting news. And then, yeah, so that's what I wanted to share with you. And we know that this coming Saturday during the Carling Cup, the first game is Mamelodi Sundowns versus Amazulu. And then the second game is the Soweto Derby again, which is Kaizer Chiefs versus Orlando Pirates. Remember, as long as these two meet, it doesn't matter whether there is a trophy or whether it's friendly. It's a very serious affair. It's like Barcelona and Real Madrid when they meet. It's a very serious affair. So we'll see what's going to happen. And then, yeah, we wish the best team to win going forward. Yeah, let's see. Um, Let me just indicate that come the 19th and the 10th of the 19th and the 20th of this month, TBR Solution will be going to Witbank, now known as Emalahleni, whereby we'll be explaining the financial implications on GPF members in terms of their pension when they're either resigning or going on pension. All right, the event is going to take place at Visit Vagasha in Emalahleni, and then on the 19th, I will be explaining the financial implication so that people understand exactly what's happening in terms of their finances. Finances are very important. That is why I was showing you the link of what is happening at Liverpool. All right, people may say, now you are talking sport, but we are a financial company. These are intertwined. There's no way you can separate them. So they are somehow intertwined. And then the same, they're somehow intertwined with politics. All right, I'll share some little bit knowledge about that so that you understand what's happening in the world today. You must watch the world. The world is too small now. We can watch anywhere and see what's happening. So we'll be doing that, giving people the understanding what's going to happen to their finances when they either resign or go on pension. Simultaneously, we'll be also discussing with them the power of debt, all right, because debt is new money. The money changed in 1971 when President Nixon decided to separate gold from a dollar. The money became a debt. All right, so I'll be explaining those things. And again, I'll be sharing some business opportunity whereby people can start now making money for themselves because money is important. It makes the world go round. Over and above that, on top of that, our foundation, the BigR Foundation, will be in a campaign of encouraging people to donate school shoes and sanitary towels. School shoes and sanitary towels. Those will be distributed probably next year when the school reopen. So those are some of the exciting news I wanted to share with you as far as what is happening out there. Yeah, so now people say no, you can't mix finance and sport. They are intertwined. There's no way you can separate the two. Now let's come to, as I said earlier on, that everything is intertwined, even politically, somehow intertwined with everything, whether sport or money. Now, do you know that currently there is a huge debate that is going on in the world that dollar is in trouble. The American dollar is in trouble because it looks like dollar will be replaced by either the Chinese money or the Russian money. We don't know. We'll see. Now, let me tell you how did it came about. for dollar to be a dominant trading currency today. When the Americans and the Saudi Arabian agreed that they will use dollar as an exchange currency, they will use dollar as a currency to trade oil. And remember, oil is very, very important. And remember, once that was agreed, because Saudi Arabia wanted to be defended against Iran, so America offered to defend them. America also went further and promised to sell them arms. And then only if they agree that the dollar becomes the dominant currency. Now you have OPEC, which is the countries that are largely in charge of oil. So as a result, anyone who wants oil from those countries, in those OPEC, you have countries like Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, all those countries. So you use a dollar. So dollar became now a de facto currency of the world. And then it has been like that for many, many years. And then now it seems as if now the Saudis are now moving closer to the Chinese and the Russians, and there is that possibility of them joining BRICS. So we don't know. We'll see. We'll see as things unfold. So those are the news. Now, currently, not long ago, we heard that Lionel Messi was struggling with an injury, and then that is why he never played on Saturday. And then so that they can nurse that injury that he has. So he was rested, and then he got a rest, which is quite good. And then now they were concerned that he might not even take part in the World Cup. All right, and that was what was scaring the Argentinians. All right, so but yesterday when I checked the news, it was said it looks like he will be fit again. He will be available for not only for PSG, he'll also be available for the what do you call? He will also be available for the World Cup. Well, we cannot miss that. We want to see that. We want to see Lionel Messi playing in the World Cup. That will be a very worrying factor if we don't see Lionel Messi in the World Cup. So now, as I speak, I move direct to the Messi Special, as usual. I want to share with you what is happening on the Messi Special. Now, Messi, in 2006, he was compared with Zinedine Zidane. In 2008, he was compared with Kaká. In 2010, he was compared with Robinho. In 2012, he was compared with Ronaldo. In 2014, he was compared to Robben. And then in 2016, he was compared with Gareth Bale. In 2018, he was compared to Mohamed Salah. In 2020, he was compared with Lewandowski. In 2022, now Messi is compared with Haaland. So this guy, it shows how great he is, So literally, this man was compared with almost everyone. Okay, anyone who plays, Messi has been compared with. All right, and then we know that he's the biggest phenomenon that has ever happened in the world today. So that's Lionel Messi. Now, let me share something quickly, the greatest of all time. All right. Now, in history, this is what Messi contributed in football. He's leading with goal contribution, in terms of 1,123, goals in a calendar year, 91, goals in a season, 82, assist, 341, assist in a calendar year, 36, goals in finals, 32, 7 Ballon d'Ors, and then 6 Golden Boots. You know, I don't know. I don't know how to compare this guy anymore. You know, as I was showing the comparison of Lionel Messi with all these greats, I remember that's what it used to happen with Jomo Sono. At some point, Jomo was compared with Kaizer. At some point, he was compared with Ace Ntwele. He was compared with Teenage Lada. You know, those are the great players. And unfortunately enough, those are my all-time favorite players. So that was the show for this morning. And then thank you very much. I see that our numbers are climbing, which is quite good. And I can see that people, the views also are going up, which is quite exciting. Thank you very much for that, because I know this is your time. You know, your time is very valuable. And then I appreciate your time for taking time to watch this show and listen. And then please invite others so that they can join and be part of the show. I thank you. And then, but before I can go there, I was alone today because the guys, I think, are a little bit held up. Tsepang is at work, Shakes is involved with the kid, you know. So there's quite different reason that held them back. Thank you very much. I really appreciate. Mushito Zwelapele, the beat goes on. Hello, everybody. My name is the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe from a TBR Solution. TBR Solution is a financial company that helps people to be financially savvy. I'm sure these days you are aware that prices are very up in terms of petrol, in terms of goods and services. Prices are very, very high. Now, these days, we are on a campaign to help those members of GPF or government employees, especially if you are 55 years old or above and you are contemplating to resign or go on pension in 3 months' time. Give us a call or drop us a WhatsApp, then we'll call you back so that we help you to get your money expeditiously, you know, as compared to sometimes people get their money after a long time. We will then transfer your money from GPF to Allen Gray, whom we have a relationship with. And the good news is, once the money has been transferred, you will choose how much you want to earn. If you happen to pass on, your spouse will also get the same amount. Then if it happens that both of you passes on, you would have appointed or selected beneficiaries. It could either be your children or anyone else. And there's nothing like age limit that they must be 22 or below. Even if they're above 22, they'll be able to get the inheritance from you. So that's how flexible it is. And then I know that sometimes people, they worry about medical aid and all that. We also have with other partners who assist you to get a medical aid. So if you want to learn more and get more information pertaining to that, just drop us a WhatsApp. We'll therefore come back to you. I thank you.